Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 1 of October 2018 with the high-level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until basically we catch up. But real quick, where do I get the names from? I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person, even though there are quite a few of those. But even still, not everyone is going to be indicted. Go ahead, check out the link to the indictments if that's something you haven't seen already. There's also a little feature where you can report resignations. Anything not on the list since September 2017, or if it's just brand new, that's easy, right? Go ahead, put the link to the news article in there, submit it. Once it's been verified, it'll be added to the list. Now get this, if it's new and it's notable, chances are you're going to see it on the next resignation show. Every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being on March 31st. That's right, mark the calendars. Hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll put the link to their channel in the description, but if you're already hanging out on the resignation site, you got to go on the resignation show tab, and you can link up with In Real Life News there or catch up with any of the episodes you may have missed. But, anywho, let's get to the names. We have the CEO to Navamedic ASA in Norway, resigned and was going to work for Probi AB. We have the CFO to Just Group in Australia, Simon Thomas. We have the CEO and President to Quest Corp Limited in India. We have the Vice Chancellor to H National Law University in India. Sukhpal Singh resigned over sexual harassment and financial mismanagement, and also the academic decline of the university. We have the Deputy CEO to Exim Bank in Ghana, Cynthia Pamela A.A., resigned and went off to be Judicial Secretary at Judicial Service. We have the CEO to Small Charities Coalition in the UK, Mandy Johnson. We have the Chairman to Brit Limited in the UK, Mark Cloutier, resigned and went off to be CEO and Chairman of Aspen Insurance Holdings Limited. I think that's coming up a little bit later here. We have the Chairman to Symington Family Estates in Portugal, Paul Symington, resigned and was replaced by Johnny Symington. We have the Chief Manufacturing Officer to Fiat Chrysler in Italy, Stefan Ketter, resigned and was replaced by Scott Garberding. We have the CEO to Salem Employee Benefits in South Africa, Dawie de Villiers, and also same man as the Chairman to Samika Capital Holdings in South Africa. We have the head to Unite Performante Anti-Corruption in Canada, Robert Lafreniere. We have the manager to Los Angeles Angels in California, Mike Scioscia. We have the CEO and we have the president to NGM Biopharmaceuticals Inc. in the U.S. The CEO went off to be chairman at NGM Biopharmaceuticals Inc. and was replaced by David J. Woodhouse, so stayed with the company, and the president also stayed with the company, but will remain as a special advisor. With the CEO and chairman to General Electric in the U.S., also known as GE, John L. Flannery, he was fired and was replaced by H. Lawrence Culp Jr. With the CEO to Pfizer Inc. in the U.S., Ian Reed, remains the chairman, but was replaced by Alberta Bourla for the CEO position. We have the ad chief to Google in the U.S., Sridhar R., resigned and went off to be venture partner at Greylock Partners, was replaced by Prabhakar Raghavan. It's not up there, so I got to try and read that, right? We have the CEO to Aspen Insurance Holdings Limited in the U.S., Chris O'Kane. Remember this from earlier, was replaced by Mark Cloutier. We have the chief engineer to YMT in the U.S., WYMT in the U.S., Phil Hayes, retired. We have the president to Birmingham Southern College in Alabama, Linda Flaherty Goldsmith, resigned due to health concerns. We have the CEO to Fluence Bioengineering Inc. in the U.S., Nick Clays, resigned and was replaced by David Cohen. We have the CEO to Southern Coos Hospital and Health Center in Oregon, Jody Tittle, resigned and went off to be CEO at Plumas District Hospital. We have the Archbishop of York in the UK, John Sintamu, retired. We have a board member to Volkswagen in Germany, Rupert Stadler. He's also the CEO to Audi AG in Germany. He was jailed in June 2018. The German courts have denied requests for bail. We have the CEO and director to Detroit Medical Center in Michigan. And we have these three directors to the same medical center. The directors, however, were asked to resign after the officials reviewed complaints from other physicians and DMC staff. We have the CEO to Grupo Aeroportuario del Centro Norte in Mexico. We have the president to Women's National Basketball Association in the U.S., Lisa Borders, resigned and went off to be CEO at Time's Up. We have the interim CEO to Petroleum Services Association of Canada in Canada, Tom Whalen. We have the CEO and president to Joann Stores in the U.S., Jill Soltau. She resigned and went off to be CEO at J.C. Penney. We have the CEO to Jerry Weber International AG in Germany, Ralph Weber. We have an auditor to Lena Transporti AS in Estonia. Resigned and was found guilty by the Harju County Court for embezzlement as well as the falsification of documents. We have the CEO to Olympic Steel in the U.S., Michael D. Siegel. He stayed at the same company but moved to be chairman, and he was for the CEO position was replaced by Richard T. Mirabito. We have board member to Merck in the U.S., Craig B. Thompson, and he was also the board member to Charles River Laboratories in the U.S. We have the president to Purvis Systems Inc. in the U.S., Steve Mased, retired, was replaced by Joseph Drego. We have the CEO to Leading Edge Alliance in the U.S., Karen Kell Rose, retired. We have a director to Sodilo Resources Limited in Canada, Patrick C. McKinley. We have the CEO and president of Stanford Hospital in Connecticut, Brian Grisler. We have the CEO to Australian Dental Industry Associatio in Australia, Troy Williams. We have the chairman to Aristocrat Leisure Limited in Australia, Ian Blackburn. He was replaced by Neil Chatfield. We have the CEO to KPMG in South Africa. We have a director to England and Wales Cricket Board in the UK, Andrew Strauss. We have the CEO and president to Planned Parenthood in St. Louis, Missouri, Mary Kogu. We have the chairman to BNSF Railway in the U.S., Matthew Rose, retired. We have a director to GoDaddy Inc. in the U.S., Bob Parsons. We have the energy minister to the Armenian government, and he was fired amid the political crisis, and same reasonings here. All of these other ones from the Armenian government were fired for the same reason. So we have the transport minister, Ashot Akopian, the economy minister, Artsik Minasian, the agriculture minister, Artur K., the emergency minister, and the sports minister. All of them, again, were fired due to political crisis ongoing in Armenia. We have the state secretary for health care in Hungary, Aniko Nagy. We have a judge to Monroe County in India, Ken Todd, retired. We have the CEO to Wellforce in the U.S., Normand Desheen, retired, and same reason, retired from the same position, but from Lowell General Hospital in Massachusetts. We have the Communications Assistant Secretary to the Philippines government, Mocha Uson. We have the CEO to Broward Health Medical Center in Florida, Beverly Capasso, resigned citing personal reasons for stepping down amid an ongoing investigation by the state attorney's office into allegations that she and others violated Florida's public meetings laws. We have an attorney to Greensboro City in North Carolina, Tom Carruthers. We have the president to University of South Carolina in the U.S., Harris Pastides. We have these two prosecutors from the Mueller probe. They quit working on the Mueller probe and went off to just flat out work for the U.S. Department of Justice. We have the CEO and director to ICC Bank in India, Chanda Koshar, resigned and was replaced by Sandeep Bakshi. We have the head and the deputy head to Berlin Stasi Museum in Germany. Both of them were fired due to harassment with sexual innuendo, unwanted touching, inappropriate invitations, and late night text messages involving the related. At the center of all the allegations and controversy was the deputy. We have the CEO to Australian Pork Limited in Australia, Andrew Spencer. We have the CEO and president to Blizzard Entertainment Inc. in the US, Mike Morhaime. Resigned and was replaced by J. Allen Brack. We have the CEO to Nestle in Malaysia, Aloy Hofbauer. Resigned and was replaced by Juan Aranol. We have the CEO to Al Marai in Saudi Arabia, Jorge S. We have the CEO and president to Massachusetts Biomedical Initiatives in the U.S., Kevin O'Sullivan. We have the COO to Exclusive Group in France, Barry Desmond. Resigned and was replaced by Andy Travers. We have a leader to Quebec Liberal Party in Canada, Philippe Couillard. He was also a member of the National Assembly of Quebec in Canada. We have the chairman and these two directors from Queensland Rail in Australia. We have the CEO to Beam Inc. in the U.S., Matthew John Shattock. Resigned and was replaced by Albert Belatti. We have the CEO and president to Entertainment Software Association in the U.S., Michael D. Gallagher. We have the CEO, president, and director, all one person, from the HSHS St. John's Hospital in Illinois, Charles LeCure. We have the head of communications to Men's Gold in Ghana, George Quay. We have the chairman to Texas Tech University System in the U.S., L. Frederick Francis. We have the CEO to Delphi Technologies PLC in the U.K., Liam Butterworth. We have the CEO to AppNexus in the U.S., Brian O'Kelly. AppNexus was acquired by AT&T just a few months prior. We have these two committee members from Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association in India. We have the head to the United States Office of Personnel Management in the U.S., Jeff Pond. Resigned and was replaced by Margaret Bashir. We have the CEO to Pledge Music in the U.S., Dominic Pandisia. We have the director to Progressive Planet Solutions Inc. in Canada, Mike England. We have a reporter to CBS in the U.S., Chris Long. Resigned after defending Kavanaugh from sexual assault allegations. And we have the president to Interpol in France, Ming Hong Wei. He was the first reported missing, then remained in China over unspecified suspected violations of the law. He was replaced by Kim Jong-yang. And, well, that's it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, don't forget, it's a new week until basically we catch up. And don't forget to go and link up with In Real Life News to catch the next Resignation show, March 31st. And as always, if you like my content, go ahead and please share, because sharing is caring. And as always, if you like my content, go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, so that way YouTube has no choice in what kind of content of mine that you get to see. I hope you liked it. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.